All right, so how hard is Jim Tomsula tamping these days? I mean, the expectations need to be tamped down for Jarryd Hayne.
Well, the thing is, he's going to have a real problem because, we talked about Jarryd Hayne before. It was going to be a nice story. Comes over from Australia. The 49ers give him a chance. Maybe he makes a practice squad. There's no way he's going to make the practice squad. There's no way he's going to be on, the 49er practice squad because to get on a practice squad, you have to be waived. You have to clear waivers. So you have to cut the player. Everyone in the league has to pass on him, and then you can put him on your practice squad. That's not going to happen now. I mean, he's come all the way to a guy that, geez, that's a nice story, rugby player, all this thing, to doggone, right now he's a pretty good player. Maybe he'll make the team. Now, I think he has to make the team, don't you?
Well, the way you just described it, you're right. Either he makes the 49ers or he plays for somebody else because nobody's watching this and saying, well, I don't know about him now. I'm still not sure. No,
and the big thing to me is his vision and how he runs and sees, but the fact that he can catch the ball. That's a big thing in a punt return. And now, a kickoff returner, I think, we talked about this before, more backs do that. And running backs don't do a lot of punt returning because they're not the greatest catchers of the ball. That's usually wide receivers and defensive back. But this guy looks like he's a great catcher of the punt.
So could he also catch passes as a slot back or wide receiver?
Yeah, I think he can catch the ball anywhere. I mean, I don't know as a wide receiver. No, I mean, I think they move. It would be as a running back, but he could go to those positions, which they do a lot today. When you go empty backfield and you have 5 receivers, one of them could very well be a running back, and then he could play in a slot somewhere and do something like that. I don't think you would ever take him and make him a wide receiver. I mean, I think he'll be a running back who you hope you can do some of these things with.
So when you keep hearing Tomsula talk about, we're worried about him running in tight space. I mean, on these punt returns, he's reading blocks. He's cutting around people. Why is that so different from running into the line as a running back?
Only ball security. I mean, that's what, coaches are always worried about, turnovers, in tight spots. And, sometimes if you're a little loose with the ball, if you don't, have it, as they say, high and tight, then it gets knocked out because that's what defenses do so well. And the tighter the spaces, the more shots they get at knocking the ball out. So that would be the thing. Can he go in a tight spot, maybe get through it, but at least come out and still have the ball?